Hello, welcome to Today in History. My name is Sotomie Afiesimama. So, as is our usual custom, we'll roll back the blind several centuries back to the year 1676, so 444 years ago. On this day, this guy shown in the picture, he's an Indian chief known as Metacomet. So he died on this day, also known as King Philip, or occasionally Pometacom, was a war chief or sachem of the Wampanoag Indians and their leader in King Philip's War, a widespread uprising against English colonists in New England. King Philip used tribal alliances to coordinate efforts to push European colonists out of England. Many of the native tribes in the region wanted to push out the colonists following conflicts over land use. Diminished game, so diminished game meaning they didn't have enough animals to hunt, and as a consequence of expanding European settlement and other tensions. So obviously, as these colonists grew in number, the land area that they occupied also grew. Obviously, that affected the Indians, affected their land use, affected their hunting of animals. So he had good reason to resist those who had come from Europe to colonize them. So he died on this day in 1676. In the year 1922, we have this guy who I've featured before, Frederick Douglass, and I won't go into details about him. I'll leave a link for you so that you can find out exactly what is important in history was. Right, but today, his home was dedicated in Washington, D.C. The year was 1922. News just coming in is that Rochester Airport will be renamed after him, so after Frederick Douglass. So that's the latest news for today. Rochester Airport will be named after him, renamed after Frederick Douglass. Okay, so check out the link at the top right hand corner of the screen for more information about Frederick Douglass. The Wizard of Oz, 1939. On this day, this movie premieres in Wisconsin, a town called Oconomowoc, starring Judy Garland and featuring words and music by E.Y. Yip Harburg and Harold Allen. It receives its world premiere on this day in 1939. The beloved characters and familiar plot points were mostly all there in the original children's show. So The Wizard of Oz, which premiered on this day in 1939. Great movie for children and adults as well. Now let's move on to the year 1964. On this day, James Bond creator, pictured here, reading one of his books. His name is Ian Fleming, as you can see from the book there. He died. 1964 again is a year. He was a British author and journalist, creator of James Bond, the world's most famous fictional spy. He died of a heart attack at the age of 56 in Kent, England. So you all know about James Bond, the debonair agent 007. So if you haven't heard about James Bond before, just Google him up to find out more about him. There's several movies that have been churned out using the James Bond name, Casino Royale is just one of them. So that's Ian Fleming for you, who died at a young age of 56 of a heart attack on this day, 1964. 2005, we're back in space. I did mention how space travel was best done at this time of year because the planets that the spacecraft explore are closer to Earth at this time of the year. So the difference between the furthest point and the nearest point is 2 months. So at this time of the year, these planets are 7 months away, if you like. So it costs them less to send the spacecraft to Mars. So Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter launches to red planet on this day, and that's a picture of Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. So it's an artistic impression, and then obviously the red planet Mars just below the orbiter. Last but not least, on this day in 2014, this beautiful Hollywood icon, beautiful lady, Lauren Bacall, dies. She shot to fame in her debut film, To Have and Have Not, which was released in 1944. She appeared opposite Humphrey Bogart, with whom she would have a legendary romance. She died on this day in New York at the age of 89. So guys, it was a short one today. On that note, we end today's edition of Today in History. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and do not forget to subscribe for more videos like this. So essentially, if you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and that would enable YouTube notify you whenever I upload a video. Thanks again for watching, guys. Stay safe, and I shall see you tomorrow for another edition of Today in History. My name again is Sotonie Afiesimawa. Take care. Bye-bye.